Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you the proper way to set up your website if you want to rank in the Google 3-pack. This is my way. Other developers set it up the way that they want to, but I'm telling you, this is the right way to set up your website if you want to rank locally and rank in the Google 3-pack. So watch this. Okay guys, so one of my viewers, Jack Matt from AIQ Environmental, was nice enough to let me use his website as an example of what would I change if I took on the account, right? What would I change? What would I do to help improve rankings? And in this video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I would do. In fact, if you just did these things, you'd be definitely in a better situation than you're in right now. All right, so the first thing that I do is I want to see where they're located. So AIQ Environmental, where are they located? I scrolled down and I noticed that they are in Rosenberg, Texas. However, they serve other areas. Okay, so right away, if they have other locations in Houston, Austin, and San Antonio, the first mistake is putting a map in your footer. You do not want to put a map in your footer because the footer follows your entire website. What you want to do is you want to create what's called a locations page. So you go to AIQ Environmental. You have your GMB categories as your first link. Your second link is your services. And your third link may be your locations. And when you click your locations, you see all 4 locations. Now, I don't know if they have locations, if they just have phone numbers in these towns. That I don't know right now. All right, so let's just assume they have one location. We're going to talk about Rosenberg, Texas. The first thing that I do is I want to see what I'm dealing with. I don't know Rosenberg, Texas. I don't know if it's a big city, a small city. So what I do is I come over to Google, I type in Rosenberg, Texas, and I see the population in 2019 was 37,000 people. That is completely in my sweet spot, to rank, because that should be super, super easy, because I can't think that there are too many environmental specialists out of 37,000 people. And the competition should be low, and we should be able to rank in that website in the Google 3-pack. But before we do that, we need to set up the GMB category. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that next. We're going to set up the GMB categories. Based on his website, I would suspect that his main GMB category is environmental consulting. So what I do is I come over to a website here called Plepper. And what Plepper does is it gives me all the Google My Business categories, and then it shows me the related categories that have to do with that main category. So if we come over to environmental consultant and I click that, I will notice that I have other types of GMB categories. Now, I don't know exactly what he does. We're just getting GMB categories. We're not getting keyword pages. Though you'll be able to you'll be found under your GMB categories. This Plepper is just to make sure that you have all bases covered in regards to GMB categories. And you want to pick anywhere from 3 to 5 GMB categories. So for environmental consultant, the next most important, most popular category is environmental engineer. So I would have environmental consultant, environmental engineer, and I don't know, maybe soil testing services, or just to keep in line for the third most important, asbestos testing services. Those can be my 4 GMB categories. The way to find that out is you go to Plepper, you go to Tools, and in Tools, I think it's in this one, it's in Full List 2020. You scroll down, a search box will appear right here. You put in your main category. So let's say it is accountant, right? It will let you know the next most popular category, which is tax consultant, bookkeeping service, and tax preparation. Now, going back to your website, people know in 2021 to click your logo. Watch this. If you click your logo, you're going to go back home. You do not need a home link anymore. Your first link right here should be your second GMB category. What do I mean by that? Everything on your homepage should be about environmental consultant. So your entire homepage should be about environmental consultant. So if this was my H1 right here, I would write best environmental consultant in Rosenberg, Texas. You want to add a modifier, you want to add geo, and you want to add your Google My Business category. Does that make sense? Right? So your H1 tag should have your geo, your keyword, your GMB category, and a modifier. Top, best, Google top rated, Google 5-star rated. That should be your H1 tag. Now, another thing about this homepage is that there's a lot going on. What is it that I want the client to do? I ask everybody that I consult with, what is it that you want people to do when they come to your homepage? And this is everything above the fold. Well, let's take a look at what IAQ is doing. First of all, I could find out more by clicking here. I could get a free estimate, or I could contact them. I'm not sure exactly what to do, but I sure would like to see the phone number right here. And I'd like to see the phone number here. Call us today at 1-800, or whatever their phone number is, their local phone number. Their phone number should be nice and big here. Their phone number should be nice and big here. Remove either the free estimate or the contact us. They're the same thing. People know to go there. Take out the home. And in your main tag, because you can't even see this right here because it's blended in. Best environmental consultant in Rosenberg, Texas. That's the only thing that should be seen. Your phone number, your geo, and your keyword. All right, guys. So the next thing is let's talk about images, right? So you're an environmental consultant, right? That's your main Google My Business category. Everything on your homepage should be about environmental consulting or being an environmental consultant. I don't know what this picture is. I know it's probably a picture of Rosenberg, Texas. So I changed my geolocation to Rosenberg, Texas. So it shows that I am searching from Rosenberg, Texas. Here's one of the most important things you could do. If your GMB category is environmental consultant, you need to go over to Google, click images, and you need to see the images that Google sees as being important for that keyword in Rosenberg, Texas. If I changed my location, my geolocation to New York, I may see different pictures. So what is it that we see in these pictures that may be similar or the same? For the most part, we see people with hard hats. We see testing equipment. We see the word environmental consultant, right? So going back to your main image, what is it that we see here? We see a beautiful big open field for exercising. However, I don't know if this picture best represents environmental consultant. I would go to iStock and I would purchase an image that is closer to one of these. Probably I would pick an image closer to this, right? You want to pick pictures that Google already associates with your town and your industry. Don't reinvent the wheel. Okay guys, so I did a screenshot of his homepage. I was able to mark it up a little bit. I hope it makes some sense to you. I'm drawing with my mouse, so I hope my handwriting is easy to read. All right, so the first thing that I would have done was my first category is my Google My Business category, which is environmental consultant. And that's everything on my homepage. So my homepage is all about environmental consultant, about being an environmental consultant. And if you only have one category, it's about being an environmental consultant in Rosenberg, Texas. If you have several categories, well then just keep it general and or list the other places where you do that work. All right? There are people that do it different ways. It's not wrong either way. Whichever way you want to do it. Okay. Now, instead of having that corny home button, right, you should have your second Google My Business category. So whatever that second Google My Business category was, and then there should be a drop down for your third business category and your fourth business category. You need to set pages up for each Google My Business category. Whatever business Google My Business category you pick, you need to set up a page for that category. Right? I hope that makes sense. Try to put anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words just in general on your Google My Business categories. That's not gospel. That's just my advice. Sorry about that. That's just my advice. Try to add between 1,000 and 1,500 words to your Google My Business pages, to each page, and only write about that category. Now, your next link should be your services. Now, you could break it up. So, for example, if you have air services and you have mold services and you have testing services and you have outdoor services and indoor services, well, okay, you don't just need one drop down. You could do indoor air testing services, outdoor air testing services, and then just those are your keyword pages. Those are all the keyword pages that you should have on your website that you're trying to rank in the Google 3-pack. Right? All these keyword pages should be keywords that rank in the Google 3-pack. So you have to go in your area and type in mold testing. And you need to see, does that bring up a Google 3-pack? If it does, great. My first link is mold testing. My second one is moisture testing. My third one is indoor air testing. Do they bring up 3-packs? If they do, create pages for them. Now you could have, like I said, just one services page and just do a bunch of drop downs, or you could break it up into categories with drop downs. But those are your keyword pages. Okay? So in this case, you don't need mold testing as a navigation link and lead for test. You don't need that, right? Okay. Your blog, you could keep up there, but once again, you keep free estimate or contact us, one or the other, and you put your phone number real big on the top. Now, what I like to do if I have a single location is right underneath the brand name, I like to add a Google balloon, right, a little map marker, and put the address. Why is that? Because if somebody's looking for somebody to check, do some mold testing, they want to see how far away you are from them. And right away, having your address right underneath your brand name is a good sign, right? So that's where I would put that. I would put it right underneath your tag or underneath your brand. All right, guys, so let's talk about the blog, right? We have the blog section here over at AIQ Environmental, and let's see what's going on here. He has a very well-structured blog. I really love what he's doing here. He kind of sets a blog up almost every day. I see January 20th through the 24th. I personally don't think you need to do that many blogs. I would say 1 or 2 a week should be fine. Now, let's think about your blog. I want you to start thinking about your blog like this. Your blog should do one of 2 things. The first thing that it should do is it should help you rank for other keywords, right? So you're going to write a 1,500 word or 2,000 word article, and you're going to rank for, other keywords. The next thing your blog should do is it should strengthen your GMB category pages and your your keyword pages. Meaning that you're just writing a small blog article, and instead of linking to the Environmental Protection Agency and going off your website, right, like this, what you should do is link to your mold testing page. So you created your mold testing page, which is a keyword page. You wrote something about mold testing, and you're strengthening that up. What you're telling Google is if you want to find out even more information, link to that page. So if you set up 5 mold testing blog pages, you should link to your blog, to your mold testing page. That's going to strengthen that page in Google's eyes. Now, something that I want you to just think about. I had a lawyer client several years ago. We'll call them ABC Lawyers. So the domain name was abclawyers.com, and they created blog articles and keyword pages. Let's talk about blog articles. They wrote a blog article and they named it DUI Lawyers. Picking the best DUI lawyers. Then they wrote a blog article called Picking the Best DUI Lawyer. Then they wrote blog articles called Picking the Best DUI Attorney and Attorneys. Google sees those 4 blog articles as the same article. Yeah, you could say different things, but you mean the same thing. Google sees attorney and attorneys. So as the same thing, you don't want to step over yourself when you're writing these blog articles. Remember, your blog articles should do 2 things. They should help you rank for new keywords, or they should strengthen your Google My Business categories or your service pages. So you should just write a small blog article and point to those pages. It'll strengthen those pages up. If you're not ranking in the Google 3-pack, you're 6th to 7th. The first thing that I would say is write 4 or 5 blog articles over the next 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, on mold testing or DUI law, and link to that page. So Google sees already your mold testing page has 1,500 words, but you have 5 blog articles, all 500-word articles, and now you have 3,000 or 4,000 words on your website, all talking about mold testing. Does that make sense? Right? So take a look at your keyword pages and see how many words you have on your keyword page, and that's probably one of the reasons why you're not ranking. So once again, your blog page should only do those 2 things: find new keywords or strengthen your GMB categories or your services page. So that's everything on the blog article. Going back to the home page, please make sure, I'm sure what Jack wants is phone number, his phone calls. Put your phone number here, call here. Right? You want to do a speed test. So, I'll put the link in the description box below, but you want to make sure that this website is speed tested both on mobile and on desktop. The other thing, and we're going to go back to this law client. They are located in Rosenberg, Texas. And their website is speaking about Houston, Texas. They may have a GMB in Houston. But I want you to see something. When you type in your town, Rosenberg, Texas is everything here in the red. I'm not sure how far away, but this looks maybe about 35, 40 miles away from Houston. Even though you think you're in Houston, you're in Rosenberg, Texas with a population of 37,000 people. Everything on your website should be about Rosenberg, Texas, unless you have multiple locations. I am just saying that you have one. I am just giving an example if you have one location. The other thing that I noticed is his title tag. The title tag, as you noticed, says AIQ Environmental Houston, right? They're in Rosenberg, Texas. So it should say environmental consultants located in Rosenberg, Texas. Call AIQ Environmental for air quality mold inspection testing. If you could fit that all in your title tag. I think it's about 60 characters, right? Put it in your description and once again on your H1 tag. Guys, I hope this video helped you. I hope it gave you some clarity. You know, this could have been a 2-hour video. We could have spoke about citations and backlinks and, you know, how to set up your homepage with H1s and H2s and that type of stuff. But I feel that this is really technical stuff. And if you do a 2-hour video, it's better off to just break it up in some pieces. So if you just kind of do some of the things that I speak about, I guarantee you're going to increase your rankings. If you're located in Rosenberg, Texas, or you're located in Orlando, Florida, that's where you're located. You're not located in Miami. You know, you're not located in Houston. You're located in Rosenberg. So try to rank in your city first before you branch out. Now, in regards to branching out, there are some tricks and things that you could do by creating zip code pages. I'll get into that in another video. Where you set up some zip code pages and you could rank, you know, you could expand your strike zone a little bit. You could come out here a little bit more. Maybe rank in Sugar Land or Missouri City or, you know, something like that. Maybe even Houston, depending on the competition, how many people are doing mold testing in your area. But that's a moldy town, so, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are doing that. It's right by the water over there. Guys, I hope this video helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get 5,000 subscribers by March 1st. Have a donation link on the bottom if you'd like to donate to my channel. That's great. If not, you could give a 5-star review. I have a 5-star review. If you enjoyed this, please give a 5-star review. The link is right below. And make sure you take care of your family. Take out the garbage. Walk the dog. Make the bed. Bring the laundry downstairs. Kiss your wife or husband. That's the thing that's real important. Take 5 minutes, 15 minutes. That could set the pace for the whole day. Tell the people in your family that you love them, and we'll see you tomorrow.